Hey everyone, welcome to Advent Together. We are in our last couple days of the decade and we want to land well here in these last couple of days. So we're taking just a few opportunities to engage with the people that we want to become in 2020 and beyond. There is a biblical precedent for this. Philippians 3:16 says, "Now let us live up to what we have already obtained," that there is this sense that we get to be made new, that we get to be renewed and refreshed and restored because of Jesus. But we have agency. We have responsibility to use our minds and our hearts and our strength and our gifts in order to move towards that preferred future. So what we're going to do today is an exercise building on yesterday. Yesterday we did the old man, old lady exercise. You can check it out on YouTube if you haven't seen it. But today we're going to move into another exercise that might help you even think back to that other old man exercise and kind of figure out who you're trying to become. And this exercise is just a really simple brainstorm where we're going to do just a word association for ourselves that is a mental inventory, kind of a review of where we've been and where we're trying to go. And I call this the MoreLess Exercise. So really simply, you're just going to need a journal and a pen. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a piece of paper, a blank piece of paper, and you're going to draw a line right down the center. And on one side, you're going to put the word more. And on the other side, you're going to put the word less. And then I would take about 5 minutes. You can pause this video if you want. Take 5 minutes, sit in front of that. You may want to look at your calendar for the last year as well to kind of review what you've done and where you've been. And I want you to think, what do you want more of in 2020? And what do you want less of in 2020 for yourself? More what? More, just look at that list, look at that calendar, and you can start to catalog some of those words. Don't judge your words, don't condemn them, don't try to filter them or edit them. Just write down whatever comes to mind. They don't have to go together. So you're just gonna popcorn less and more as they come to mind. Here's the list that I just started. The words that I'm looking for more of, the words that I am looking for less of. Again, this is not going to be kind of our final statement. This is just a beginning point. So you just write as long as you can think of for 5 to 7 minutes. You may want to review some categories in your mind: family, spiritual, work, relationships, friendships, new opportunities. Think through those things and then write those words down on your list. After you've completed that exercise, what you want to do is sit it aside for a minute and then look back at it and just do a gut check. Circle 3 words from each side of the page. Don't think about why you're circling them. Just think of what are the 3 words on each side of the page that stand out to you as your highest priority. So circle, circle, circle. Don't think too hard about this part. Just think what comes to mind. And it may not even be 3. It may be only 1 or 2 on each side. And once you've done that, you can start moving towards a couple of statements of intention. Again, this does not mean that this is going to be your main thing for 2020 yet. This process takes time, and you need to give your heart and your soul just a little time to kind of develop what really is on your mind as the thing that you really want to work on for 2020. So after you've taken your more and less words, you're going to put those words together in kind of a statement. Now, some of your words might actually go together. So on my list, you're going to see at the very top, more presence, less preoccupation. Those are actually opposites of each other. So I'm going to put those words together. If I want to have more of this, what do I need to have less of over here? So for me to have more presence, which for me meant being like in the moment, enjoying the thing that I'm doing right then, not thinking about what's coming next, not worried about what's happened already, just in the moment, whatever I'm doing, whether it's work or play or rest or family, I'm able to be there. What I know I need less of in order for more of that to happen is that I need less preoccupation. So some of your words might go together, some of them might. So you might have to think of what's the opposite of that word in order for you to have more. For instance, I put joy on my list. In order for me to have more joy, what do I need to have less of? And that might take you a little bit of time to think through. What would I need to diminish in order to increase this thing? And then you can also do it the opposite direction. So if you, for instance, had less frustration on your list or less anxiety, you're going to need to think, well, what am I going to need more of in order to have less of that? So you're looking for those opposite words. You're going to put them together. You may have opposite words already on your list, in which case put those together. You may have to brainstorm what that word is that goes opposite of that word that you're looking for. Put those together, and you should end with 3 to 6 statements more presence, less preoccupation, more beauty, less mundane, more whatever those things are, and write those on your list. And we're gonna stop there for today. We're gonna pick it up tomorrow. So what you wanna do after you've written that list is you wanna sleep on it. You just wanna give it time to develop. You wanna give it time to marinate, to see, okay, when I look at this list again, which of those things am I really drawn to? As like, if it was, on New Year's Eve 2020, when it had been 1 year, what statement do I want to be able to say, yes, I did that. I committed myself to that action and I experienced that happening. So you're going to need a little bit of time to get to that place. You can review your old man, old lady exercise. Who do I want to become? What would that look like more of or less of in 2020? Get those statements and then sleep on it. This whole exercise, step by step, is listed on my blog. You can go check that out. And I'm gonna put the address right here as well. And I'd love to hear how it's going for you. Let me know your more ofs and less ofs so that we can all kind of be in it together. Tomorrow, I'm going to walk us through what we do with that list of 3 to 6 statements that we've developed. Okay, you guys, I'll see you.